Right, so as it stands of late, the lure fishing for bass has been absolutely terrible. It's been extremely hard work. I've been out numerous times, blanked every time. Lately I've been using surface lures because we've had some settled weather for quite a few days now. Tonight is absolutely perfect for a surface lure. I'm just hoping there's actually a bass around. It's been really tough going. I'm not sure why exactly. The Jersey boys seem to be getting a few, and there's a few being caught on baits, but yeah, as far as the lure fishing goes, it's been pretty difficult. So I've popped out tonight. Sun's just set. It is dead still. It's an absolutely beautiful night. I'm going to be starting off with the Pachinko 140, throwing that out, and hopefully we can entice something. So I've got to where I want to be. Now it's time to get this bad boy out. This Pachinko 140. New lure this, as you can see, pretty shiny. And hopefully this summer it's going to catch me a few bass. Now all I'm going to be doing is sort of a medium retrieve. Just twitching the lure just like that, or twitching the rod tip. And I like to pause it quite a lot, just in case there's something following it. It gives it a chance to catch up. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm not out for too long, literally just 45 minutes. I have got my head torch with me for when it starts to get a little bit dark. I'll probably also throw out a soft plastic as well. But for the meantime, I'll be using the Pachinko surface lure. Yet to have a bass off the top this year. Well, one good thing to see is there's some bait fish in the water. It's just had a few splashing around the lure then. Can't be sure of what they are, just very small fish. But hopefully there's something around which is going to be chasing them. So I've had about 4 or 5 casts now. The light's actually fading fairly quickly. It'll be difficult to see a surface lure quite soon. I'm in. I am in. I think it could possibly be foul hooked. Oh, where's it going? No, 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 no. Where's it gone? It's coasting right behind some rocks. This isn't good. I think this could be a decent fish, you know. I could be wrong, but it stayed pretty deep the whole time. Oh no, it is just a small one. My goodness me. Well, I'm going to look like a bit of an idiot because like I was honestly thinking that was a really good fish. But it's because it's in the tide. But it is still a bass. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first bass off the top of the year. And I couldn't be happier. I have blanked for so long. But there we have a lovely silver bar. I don't know if you just heard, but my trousers are ripped in the process of that. God, he's got a big gash on him. Well, I'll have a look at that. But beauty. Well, here we go. I've just put my head torch on so you can see better on the camera. Now, one thing which is really odd, you can see here, He's bleeding. Now, that felt like a much bigger fish, but I'm not sure if it came up and hit the lure and fouled itself and then somehow went, I don't know, possibly came back and took the lure again. It's difficult to tell what that's from. I mean, it doesn't look like a bite mark, but I'm going to get this fish sorted out and get him back. But I'm absolutely stoked with that. Finally broken the blank. Absolutely chirping. But there we go. Finally broken the blank. Only a small fish, but I'm absolutely pumped about that. First one off the top as well. Now let's get him back. And there he goes. Get in. Well, that has absolutely made my day. Absolutely made my day. I'm so glad I decided to pop out. It's such a beautiful evening. It's absolutely amazing. And as you can probably tell, I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, that was really weird because I think what happened there was it hit the lure and fouled itself. And that's why it felt like a bigger fish. And then somehow or another, it might have had one of the hooks in its mouth already. Or, well, I don't really know, but yeah, it felt a lot bigger. Now, there's a lot of tide that runs through here. Even though it's not a big tide at all, you still get a lot of, there's a strong current that runs through here. So fish can feel bigger than what they are. And exactly like that one did, what they do is they coast. And they'll go with the tide and they take you right behind this rock in front of me. I've had it happen numerous times in the past. But I'm really happy about that. I've had so many blanks lately. The fishing has been, well, the bass, lure fishing for bass has been really hard going. So yeah, I don't care about the size of that fish, I'm just happy to catch one. Now it just goes to show, when you do foul hook a fish, it can feel a lot bigger. Now, out of personal preference, I always fish with quite a tight drag. I know some people don't like that, but I have more confidence in it. A lot of the places I fish are over really shallow, rough ground. So I have more confidence in having a tight drag. A fish can still run, you can still play it if it's big enough. But yeah, as soon as I hooked that little bass, I had to adjust my drag twice, and it was pretty tight already. So it just goes to show, along with the current as well, they can feel a lot bigger, and they can really give you a good pull on the rod. Now hopefully we can pick another one up. If not, I'll be fairly happy anyway. Probably had maybe 10 or 12 casts since being here. Right, I think what I'll do now, just as it's getting dark, still quite a bit of daylight in the sky, but when you're out on the rocks it can seem a whole lot darker. I'm going to chuck an Evobass lure on. Get this off. I'm going to go with this one here, purple and gold. I always forget the name. I think it's called something like Amidite. I've had quite a few bass on this lure. So yeah, just give this a chuck. Not going to be able to get it as far as the top water, but they still glide out, these things. And yeah, give it another 20 minutes and see if we can maybe find another one. Right, that's going to do it for me. Had another 10 casts with the Evobass lure, and then I actually put the pachinko back on, had 2 more casts with that. But it looks as though it was just that one lone bass that was prowling that area. But nonetheless, I'm really happy about that. Breaking that blank finally, catching, you know, whatever, any size bass, I really don't care. So much fun. Heard reports from a lot of other anglers over here that they're finding it tough too. But anyway, hopefully onwards and upwards from here. Got the whole of summer to look forward to. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. So I'm just changing to the Evobass Lance now. This is the Lance 160. I've got this rigged weightless, just with a, I think this is 4050 hook. And yeah, just going to be casting this out. Slow retrieve, mostly just a straight retrieve to be honest. A few twitches here and there, but at night, just a nice slow straight retrieve should do the trick. Let's just get it out there. I'm on. Yeah. You beauty. That was a lovely, lovely take. Let me just sort my light out. She's a lively one. I hope you can see some of this, because I'm fishing in the absolute pitch black. But I just literally had I had a good knock as I was bringing the lure in. It's only a small bass. Trying my best to, so you can see here. Try and get you a little shoving in the water there. You can see that. Come here, buddy. There we go. You beauty. Right, let me just get myself sorted. Oh. Well, there we are. Let's get the light on, a dimmer light there. So yeah, not been filming too much, but I was actually going to have 5 or 6 more casts and then go. And I literally had a knock as the lure was coming to my feet. And sure enough, second cast, there we go. Lovely job. So there we are, one bass taken on the Evobass Lance. The Evobass Lance 160 in white. Now I'm going to get this fish unhooked and we'll get him back, and maybe we'll stay for a couple more casts. There we go, off nice and easy. He's just jumped into a little rock pool there. There we go, there's the lure. Evobass Lance 160. Absolute banging lures. Now let's get this fish. He's a bit lively, but there we are. Finally we're seeing some bass again. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's get him back. Just going to pop him down here. So one last show and off you go, buddy.